guys. You guys are gonna see some crazy stuff in this one. Alright. You guys are gonna see some craziness. And I think you guys are getting used to seeing crazy stuff on my channel, so I might just post like really boring stuff for the next month or so. Just to, you know, just put you guys in a balance, okay? We might have to do that. No, I'm kidding. You guys are gonna get high octane games every day, okay? Anyways, this is a 3v3 on like a 4v4 map. It's gonna be a ton of well, pain. We got Mr. Mav, General, and Slavan on NATO as the 5th Armored, 2nd Panzer Grenadier, and 3rd Armored. So we got the Germans and the Americans. And we got yours truly, Mr. Girthquake, as the 39 on the far left. We got Ratman. Where's Ratman going? I don't even know. Ratman was, I believe, going Bravo Echo, and then we got Mr. Cincinnati Zookeeper Champion? Charles. Mr. Charles going to the far right. So, definitely, you know, not the most optimal battle groups. We don't have a 119th Armored. We don't have a 35th Infantry, although, you know, on this map it's kind of debatable if that's a good choice. But, yeah, 39, I've been trying to just, make that work. Because with the ATGM buffs, everything you have has ATGMs, like all the BMPs, BMP3, even with the 2400 meter cannon. That is good against infantry, and like the 2800 meter ATGM. It's really, really interesting. These guys. 2800 meters. Like, it doesn't have the best pen, you know, the 21 AP that the UD has, or the best accuracy, but it's still gonna mess things up, and it's out of range of pretty much any AT. Well, pretty much any NATO weapon that is ground-based. Is there actually one that is 2800? I don't think there is. Yeah, I don't think there is. But yeah, the cannon is really fun too. I mean, only 1 HE, which is fair. At 2400 meters range. So pretty nice, 10 rounds per minute. Oh yeah. So let's go through our opening kind of strat. We have a couple of Resvetka recon squads going to the front. They're going to try to unload there. And do remember, we're up against the 2nd Panzer Grenadier, so it's going to be really good on infantry. We have an Mi-24K, we have a Sapri squad going left together with also an ATGM squad and a Manpad squad and a Recon squad. So that's all these guys, basically. Speaking of, we kind of have the same group also going to the middle, so we have a 30mm grenade launcher, Manpads, and all that shenanigans. We also have a mortar, the MP3 is going to the front, and yeah. That's basically the entire idea here. We also have an ATGM squad, Manpad, and grenade launcher going there. I will keep it, you know, neutral in the beginning, and we'll just go with it. The enemy team is a team, actually. Just so you guys know, I believe they were a team, because they were quite coordinated. On the left, the G91s, I do respect these planes, is used to destroy my very expensive Mi-24K, and he's already 60 points in profit, I believe. Because Mi-24 is, I believe, 170? Really cost-effective plane. No ECM, obviously, so it is gonna get hit, pretty much. Almost a guarantee. But yeah, the Resvetkas make it. You know what? I'm fine with that. Absolutely no AA here, though. Honestly, I would have preferred the Mi-24 to have made it. But I guess the G91 was his response to, you know, possible aircraft coming in the form of helicopters. But yeah, so left side, I do move some units in just to, you know, hold. Nothing too crazy, it is some ATGMs, Recon, and Manpad. Just like a good defensive force. On the far right, we have Mr. Charles playing as a 39 as well. He has some really good AT infantry moving in with the RPG-29s. Basically the Spetsnaz OP versions. A couple of BMPs, T-80Bs, mortar, kind of a similar setup to mine, although he is also using T-62s. Now, the G91 comes back to the left. We do hit him with a Manpad. The Cub there misses, unfortunately, and that guy actually gets out. Very lucky G91. Now over here, things aren't looking good. We're up against Fallschirmjägers, which are not special forces, but shock-trained airborne units. You know, against basically nothing. Motorized, the Resvetka are just gonna get clapped by all the autocannons. And the grenade launcher really doesn't have this, you know, the meat to stay there. It's really only a support unit. Now, in terms of commands, we do have one coming in. We just didn't get it in the beginning because we were really focusing hard on just controlling first. But yeah, but they are going to be leading quite a bit. RPGs on the Resvetka missing. It's only RPG 22s. Really good accuracy, actually. I forgot they buffed all these. And we do manage to take out a Scimitar. And here's the BMP3's power. Now this is not the optimal range. You know, we're a little bit close for comfort. That Leopard 1A1 is going to be in cannon range to us in a second here. Did we destroy a Martyr? I'm not even sure. Ooh, Leopard 1 got really panicked. This was a good one. Low. Yep, there he goes. That did a lot of damage. And that AT-gem is so fast, he doesn't even have time to reverse. Oh, we get a nice AT-gem or a RPG hit there. Yeah, BMP3 still has 2 more AT-gems. Let's see how it does here. Misses because the Scimitar moved back. But that guy's dangerous. So we do have an MI2 in the base. In the enemy base. We kind of tried to find, you know, wherever their artillery is. I can already kind of spoil it though. We didn't find that FSP, which was very unfortunate. But yeah, right now they're +5. We don't have a command in here. No command in Fox. I do have one coming up now, I believe. Should be somewhere. Okay, we have one T-72, and yeah, we got my kind of BTR, not a BTR, MTLB vehicle moving up. Nice cheap command. So yeah, Mortar, trying to support, getting these Fallschmägers just to fall back basically. We have dealt some damage, but they're still pretty good on HP there. Now with the help of that smoke, my plan is basically to contest this, because if I just let them get really comfortable, take over these buildings, and then move into the forest, it's gonna be an uphill battle. And my strength is really all the vehicles that I have. I know I promise every time to zoom in more, and I do hope that I will not forget this time. So we have some Motostrelakis, some Sapries moving in. 3 squads of Motostrelakis, 1 Sapri. There's still a remainder of that first squad that we sent in the beginning. He's just gonna chill. The Fallschmäger is trying to move up. Sapri's gonna clap with the satchel charges. That is really the main reason I use any kind of engineers. I don't like the RPO versions. Not too much, at least. But right now, BMPs, we're gonna try to move in here and destroy whatever that was firing at us, so it's a Scimitar. He also has a Fallschmäger Aufklärer there. Really good recon to have. And that, together with a Scimitar, makes it a really good combo. But yeah, on the right side, I mean, our teammate is doing pretty good. Mr. Charles, the Zookeeper, is holding his own against Slavan, who is 3rd armored. To be honest, the 3rd armor should have already won by this time. Just going with overwhelming armored firepower will, you know, will be a really good strategy against the 39th. Luckily, he does have a command there, so he's going to be going into CAPT. So some Pioneer flamethrowers, I'm not really worried about those. Especially since we have 3 of these guys. The Handflammenpatrone really isn't good. It's kind of dog water. Not gonna lie. It's nothing compared to the RPOs. What is the damage on this? 0.35 and 125? Yeah, I don't really have a comparison right now. And BMP got clapped by the Leopard 283. I mean, no surprise there. We have a BMP2 on the left firing away. Let's see what happens here. An ATGM face off. We miss. We just smoke and fall back. No point trying to take that on. But yeah, at this point, the armored firepower of the 2nd Panzergrenadier definitely is starting to hurt. Speaking of hurt, there goes a beautiful BMP-3 to a Parmalan 2. 24 AP on those bad boys. Pretty good AT weapons. So at this point, they are +1. We've kind of neutralized it. The only thing is, like, this kind of should be in our hands. But yeah, 2nd Panzergrenadier with all the forward deploy and all the armor that it has. Really, really tough to beat. At this point, we have some artillery firing down on that forest. From these 122mm. Rocket arty. Yeah, Mav was really heavy on that rocket arty the entire game, basically. This Mars was firing non-stop. Kinda hurt my feelings. Also my manpower, but mainly feelings. I don't like to use arty that much. I use it tactically. I mean, that is a good strategy. I would probably do the same, to be honest. But, like, let's say I'm winning comfortably, I wouldn't use Artie. It kind of just brings the mood down for me, actually. So I try to use it, you know, in a tasteful way. This is definitely a good way to use it. Makes sure that everything in this area is either dead or dying. But we do have a Sapri moving in close to the Panzer Grenadiers here. We also have Artie firing down on these guys as a defensive action. Look at that. Perfect Artie piece. Or Artie shell. Sapri doing the Lord's work right now. We also move in our T-80s. And we're gonna try to kick General Major out of this forest again and back where he belongs. Way back there. But at this point, there's a Leo 2A3. At this point, he already fired his gun. Which at that point, we basically move our tanks. But we didn't do that yet. So we moved the Motostrelki up again. That guy's aiming. He's gonna fire. He's gonna be on the reload. We're gonna move our T-80s in. We're gonna counter that 2A3. And we get a beautiful double hit. He's on 3 HP. He's in danger. And we actually destroy him. That was gorgeous. With 2 T-80Bs worth 190 points each. Another G91 coming in. We quickly smoke and defend those guys. We have a Cub here at this point. We get a nice hit. That guy is out of there. We don't kill him, unfortunately, but, you know, he's out of commission for some time. A pretty good fight so far. Right side is looking a little bit peculiar, but to be honest, that M1 has had better days. And the T-80B together with the 62 is doing the Lord's work right now. Fire team, they're good for their AT weapons, but they're not shock trained. They're not special forces. They don't even have the Resolute trade. They die really quick. And they're expensive, dude. Here we go, Mi-24 going at it. I keep forgetting to zoom in, that's just me, I'm sorry. And those effects were pretty cool. But yeah, let's go back to the left here. Leo 2A3 on our flank, definitely being a problem. With a Metis, you're gonna have to hit that thing 10 times to kill it. So we decide to just fall back into his blind spot. Over here, we noticed that there were some tanks moving into the forest. So we briefly moved our tanks up to the edge of our forest, in case these guys fall back. That's the idea of that. Otherwise, we do have, you know, a Conqueror's team here, Lemka, and also now an Mi-24. So we move in the Igla to help out our teammate here a little bit, our Mr. Ratman. And we actually get a nice hit on the Apache. Second one is a miss, but he's out of there. So Artie here being used to dislodge the Leo 2A3, doing mainly, you know, emotional damage. He's a little bit panicked, but nothing too major. And the Mi-24 makes him fall back a bit further. So all in all, we're holding. We are holding. Look at the amount of Artie. That's the only thing I kind of found like a bummer this game. I don't like to use that much Artie. 4 Lars is a little bit overkill. And we did test the Lars and the RM70s, and basically they're just bad. You need to, I mean, he's doing the right thing buying all 4 to try to kill anything, because man, the damage on paper is good, but the only cluster Artie that you should bother using is the M270, so basically the Mars with the cluster, or the Smirch. Don't use the other ones, they're a waste of points and supplies. They really don't do enough damage to destroy any tank. Anyways, that was my rant about Artie. But we got a T-80B coming in just to reinforce. We're not going for the super expensive versions, 190 points, mainly because we're close range. And the more expensive tank that we can buy is basically the same, it just has more armor, more front armor. Which at close range, you know, it might help you survive a second shot, or it might make you survive long enough for a second shot. But to be honest, close range, you just want AP. At max range, sure, a really good front armor is probably a good idea. So these HAs here, perfect at these open fields. But just the M1 Abrams would get absolutely smacked. So yeah, the Mars is going at it. He just bought another one. They're gonna be really painful there. These guys are going to be opening up on my positions. And I just want to see what they actually do. They do have a lot of rockets though. 36 rockets each. Kinda nuts. There you go. In my opinion, that should have definitely killed something already. But I want to see if we lose anything. That was basically a direct hit on this tank, no damage. But there's one damage. And this is basically what we saw when testing. It takes so long for units to get damaged that it's just not worth firing or using. Yeah, that was another direct hit, no damage. He's still on only, you know, 1 HP gone. It is good for one thing though, if you think about it. For dislodging units, that might be my only reason to use it. Let's say I want to push into this forest like this guy's doing. I would just use it to make the enemy either move out of there or fall back, because it's useless to try to kill something with it. That is the only point I see in using it. But you gotta also think about it. That is a lot of supplies. 540 supplies for each. That's 2,000 supplies. And you know, a field supply has 16,000. So you can fire all 4 twice? No, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Jeez, you can fire them a couple times. I'm just brain farting right now, hold on. So that's 2k each? Yeah, you can fire it 8 times, all 4. Simple math, but hey, I've had a long day, okay? We do get some good counter arty though. I mean, the Lars is getting messed up a little bit. I don't think we actually killed any of them, which is unfortunate. But we're only using 122 mils. But I was expecting him to push. So what do I get? I get the RPG-29 boys out here. And we're gonna clap those 2 A3s now. At least that's the plan. So we move the OP dudes up. Monostrelicky is kind of just trying to hold. One of those Leos is routed. The Marder, the Panzerfaust 44 is absolute dog shit. The Panzerfaust 3 will clap our face though. That is the main worry there. That is really the main target. There goes a Leo 2A3 just like that. Very effective. Yeah, the arm burst, I'm also not really worried about that. At close range though, if you get hit a couple times, it will do, you know, it will stress your unit. So that is the danger of them. But it's mainly the Panzerfaust 3 that is dangerous. Yeah, we got side shot there. That was very not cash money. But yeah, Monostrelicky, you know what? They're holding it for long enough for my Monostrelickys to arrive. So we have 2 BMP2s coming in. Or actually, a BMP2 and a BMP1 PG. We also have some Sapries in the back and Mi-24. We do a bombing run. Not really successful. And we actually lose that plane. I should have just used it on where I thought their command was. But yeah, we are raining down once again with the mortars that we have. So we have a good amount of artillery at this point, some 120s, being used to mortar ahead of the enemy to just get them to panic. And we have our 122 millimeters just waiting for counter battery mainly. But yeah, Monostrelickys, really good infantry units in my opinion. We're keeping the BMPs in the back to just keep them with the IFV trait. We lose our command here, and that is really not good. Because they were only +1, but now they're going to be, what, +3, +2, +20. Mi-24 covering this open field here from a safe distance, so that is nice. And at this point, all of these guys are kind of messed up. And we almost lost that cub. Yeah, these guys are messed up from all the arties, so it's actually doing pretty good. We get our Sapries up there. I kind of domino them forwards. We unload the front one first, and then the second one overtakes and then unloads further. And that way we manage to get close enough here. But yeah, now we're doing a counter arty, or a counter push. We have some helicopters coming in. We're not going to move them too aggressively. Mainly just chilling. Getting some nice rocket hits there. But we're slowly trying to push them back out. This zone is mine, okay? I'm not gonna lose to the second Pentagram here. I ain't doing it. I'm gonna lose a BMP here though. Or not? Oh my god. What a Chad. Mr. Enkovatov. He's a hero. At this point, the enemy AA is moving up. Fliegefaust and a Gepard, so to counter that, we were hoping to get an Su-25 to gun run the Gepard. But my RNG this game was awesome. So it took us long enough, and that's why we lose that thing. Otherwise, I was hoping for it to hit the first Vickers 80 gem, and then we just move right, get out of AA range. But you know what? We do destroy the Tornado MW1. He doesn't have many of them, so that's a win for us. But now we're up against 2 Leopard 2A3s again, and that is a no-no. We have some more of those OT units coming in, or the OP units. We have some BMP2s with Motostrelakis. And trust me when I say that this isn't the end. This isn't all that is gonna happen. Things get crazy real quick. Okay. I should say rather, it gets crazy rather slowly or gradually, but then, you know, things start kicking off. Fliegerfaust, I don't know why I was afraid of those manpads. 40% accuracy, they're never gonna hit, right? But then it hits. Here's the OP units. The 21 AP RPG 29s. I believe the code name of those are Vampires, but I'm not sure. Motostrelakis themselves have good RPGs too with 18 AP. And we just one-tap that Leopard 1A1. We also destroy a 2A3 somewhere. I'm not even sure if we did that or someone else. Yeah, that's someone else's kill. But now we're pushing into the 2A3s. We're just gonna clear the forest, not do anything too crazy. And we have our helicopters here on standby. We get a couple more BMPs with Motostrelakis just to defend. Now at this point, we also smoke off their entire zone, and the plan is to have a steady stream of infantry. Look at that. To both bank to the right and take this, but also just to keep driving and try to secure this crossroads right here. Literally the crossroads. Because then we control the zone, or at least that's the plan. The 2A3 shows up. These guys aren't in range of that AT weapon, but it doesn't want to fire. It has ammo. Now it doesn't see it. Now it sees it. But before it also saw it and it didn't want to fire, but luckily it did now. Oh yeah, that is a frontal hit on a 2A3 with 19 armor, so it's not gonna be, you know, an instant kill. But man, that arty shell was good. So now we're moving the BMPs up. I'm just gonna go all in with these guys. We're just gonna keep going. We don't care about these guys. Mi-24 getting in there with the Mi-8 just to give some rocket support. Look at that, rocket arty incoming already. Before I even get to unload my units, there's already an arty mission coming in. So really good rocket fire support here from the Mi-24. We managed to get our infantry in there. Tornado IDS coming in with a cluster strike. Not really a problem. We don't really care about that. And the Motostrelaki is now going to try to defend this and wait for my reinforcements. We have some more OP units and more BMP3s. Now there is a Scimitar here. I do actually see him. I'm just really not bothered by him. Now the G91, somehow our Su-27 misses 4 of the long range and 2 of the short range air-to-air missiles. So you can guess my RNG this entire match. And we miss it with a Cub and one of our manpads. We finally get it on what, the 7th missile? Like, thank God we didn't miss 8 more times. That would have been horrible. Oh yeah, at this point we actually do manage to push him out of the zone. This is one bloody fight for just 1 point, just getting the game to be neutral. And at this point we're getting RD'd again by all the Mars and all the Lars here in just a minute. Really just pissing me off, to be honest with those. There's way too many you can get, man. There needs to be a limit on the amount of RD you can get per deck. They should just... Alright, hear me out. The RD tab should only have 2 slots. That's all I'm gonna say. Is that too controversial? Because I only usually have 2 RD pieces. Maybe a mortar, and then like a rocket or howitzer and a rocket. But that's just me. Monostrelkis, we're just trying to basically get these guys to get into a better defensive position. But man, there's a lot of machine guns that are firing at us. All the MG3s in the world. We do have some more infantry. We're gonna try to move these guys in as well. But as you can see, now we're getting RD'd, so that's gonna be a really tough position to hold. But now, I'm trying to consolidate. My teammate Ratman is gonna be the one to push now. Missile Ratman with the BMPs, the Machutsen, the Fallschirmjägers in the forest. Yeah, that is definitely not the most cash money situation you can think of, for sure. But it's doing pretty good so far. That guy's gone from one burst. Kind of funny. But now, the strength of the 7th Armored. The amount of cheap tanks you can buy. E55 AM2s. I personally wouldn't. You know, if you know you're up against 5th Armored, kind of just a waste. But, there's a but. Only if you notice that the enemy has heavy armor, which they don't. So now it's actually a good idea. There's only Leopard 1s. And at close range, again, you know, it's just whoever shoots first. That's just the thing. Yeah, we're just getting RD on the left. We do have some supplies that are coming up to try to get these guys back on HP. And we have some more BMP3s, some more helicopters, and what we're basically trying to do at this point is to get kind of a group of helis and try to push into the next sector. That is our plan here. So Ally doing a really good job here. Pushing forward. That Apache definitely hurts with the gazillion rockets that it has. How many is that? 76? Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot. Okay. That was only the first wave though. Now there's more, and now he has T-72s mixed in there, so that is going to be really good. The Bow 105 though with the 24 AP 80 gems, that is going to hurt if it hits. Luckily it's getting stunned by the Dushkas on the T-55s. Oof. That does lower this one to 5 HP though. That's kind of nuts. Probably gonna hit it again. Yep, there goes one. There goes one of them. There's a lot of AA back here, but Ratman has forgotten all about that. Which I'm also guilty of sometimes. I also forget. Especially my AA. I have a tendency of forgetting my AA way in the back. I don't know why. It's just one of those things I think people don't focus enough on. But yeah, look at that. I really love the change on machine guns and the damage they do on helicopters. Because, yeah, you're not gonna survive if 6-7 units are firing a, larger than a 50 cal at you. You're gonna be toast in no time. But at this point, we do notice that Mr. General is pushing once again. We try to get into a defensive position here with the Motostrelakis. We land a really nice RPG hit on that one of those guys. But we're just gonna chill here. We're just gonna chill. We're waiting for 2 more recon units in MI8s. I might see if I can put them in MI8s that have rockets. Because these guys, having some airborne units, have really, made a huge difference, to be honest. But yeah, Motostrelakis are getting spotted now, so this is not really going well. We're trying to move this guy back and try to destroy the command again. Because they're kind of ignoring whatever might be in here to try to push in. So we're kind of chilling right now. We have our 3 recon helis moving forward. We're gonna get one of these guys to go back a bit and unload here instead. SU-22 bomber does land the bombs close to the Leo 2A3, but it doesn't kill it, unfortunately. Yeah, seeing all of that, we try to get this MI8 back and unload back here. MI-24, the K and the V version do come in to get some fire support going. We have a MiG-23 from Mr. Ratman coming in for a good bombing run on that. And at this point, we have a pincer move of a Razvedka and a Motostrelaki, and both have RPGs, so we're gonna try to get this Leo 2A3 taken care of. Look at that, we're point blank. Yep. There goes that guy. He actually somehow survived the side shot from point blank. I respect it. At this point, Mr. Ratman is also doing a big old push. He has some Machutsen moving up in BMP-1Ps. There's absolutely nothing stopping him, which you obviously don't know, but it is surprising to see how little they had here. If one of these BMPs just fast forwarded through here, okay, he does have a cargo staff, but if one unit survived it all the way back here, it could also kill that command. Yeah, so Mav is doing a big old push with Leos. I would really wish one of these guys had the 119th and was playing in the middle. That could have made it so much easier to destroy all of those tanks. But we're trying to just keep this zone in our hands. That is really the main purpose of what I'm trying to do here. Now we did have, remember, we had some units back here. What I'm basically trying to do is, well, it's an all or nothing situation. So I'm moving those units up. We're going to try to get my Conquerors in this tree line here and start blasting away at these guys to possibly move into the next zone. But if you've seen me play against people that overextend, you can already guess what we're about to do. We're going to overextend, and that is not good, because we are kind of stretched out. Okay. Is that a Lars again? They don't even worry me. Like, they don't do any damage. Which is fine. Which is fine. They're, you know, their task is to dislodge stuff, I guess. Oh, it actually killed something. I take it all back. Oh yeah, we have T-55s moving straight through, and I do love the balls on this guy. That is a... Don't take that! Don't take that the wrong way. The guts, okay? Is that even worse? That's probably even worse. I'm just gonna stop talking. Anyways. With that, the command is dead. And we're gonna be +1 here in just a... Look at this. We have our double Conquerors over here. Leo 185 is trying to go back and forth into the smoke. Supply truck is out, so that smoke is gonna be gone. Only lasts 20 seconds, which really isn't that much. But at this point, he's in trouble. I bet he's clicking on B as fast as he can. Oh man. Oh yeah, look at this one. One lone Monostrelicky squad versus the convoy. Actually manages to get one of those. Land a really nice kill. Gets another one. I wonder if it gets the third martyr as well. Oof. Good hit on that one. Jeez. Does it actually finish it off? It does. Man, this one Monostrelicky just held the line. Now we have T-55s firing at him too. Really, really good. Yeah, this was awesome. Moving some Conquerors up here. I want to do that more often on this map if I play on it. Because I feel like just going frontally, especially here, dude, is really, really rough. I'm kind of surprised Mr. Charles is holding the right side still. He has all of the T-80s and T-62s being purchased. All of the Iglas. Literally everywhere. Trying to take down one lone Cobra. Oh, and an Apache. Which is going to be hard without any Iglas. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, we have more units. We do call in the BV, and that is 17 AP for 50 points extra. So instead of, what is it, 15 AP? 14 AP. So 3 more AP for 5 more points, basically. Or armor value, not AP. Quite a good tank, the BV, for sure. I like the 19 AP cannon and AT gem. Really makes a difference. But yeah, we are playing a little bit aggressive, obviously. We have our AT gems firing away at iHawks. We get some nice kills. We took over the munitions trucks, so these guys are going to rearm and just try to destroy as much as possible. Yeah, this was really fun to actually pull off. That was cool. I wish we actually hit some of those AT gems though. We're kind of just wasting supplies at this point. Come on, dudes. What's going on, man? It's a box. You can't hit the box. Come on, brother. That one better hit, and this one better also hit. Okay. Alright. Cool. Okay. Now at this point, you know, we are +1. But we have to hold that for an hour and a half. Things aren't looking good on the right. Middle is, you know, slipping faster than a... Not even gonna say it. You guys are gonna get some nasty things going in comment section. It's slipping real quick. But look at the amount of AT gems that are firing away. That was a side shot on the 2A3. Oof. He's routed. Let's see if one of these finishes it off. Come on, man. Play the Jeebus. There we go. Ooh, SU-22 derped because the tank actually died before he could do anything. Oh, that's gotta hurt. That would make me Alt F4 right there and then, dude. That sucks. Oh my god. Yeah, so the T-55s are actually being just used as AT gem vehicles. Kind of a smart move, to be honest. Just have some supply trucks next to them. Just hold the open field. That is a gorgeous idea. Only if they hit, though. 1 HP damage only. But it's more about the suppression. That is like a fourth of its suppression. Oh shit. Oh no, dude. Oh, big F. Big F on Mr. Ratman. That sucks, my dude. I'm sorry to see that. But yeah, at this point, we do have some more units. We have Motostrelic Metis teams. This is the beauty of the 39. You can just spam infantry. And you have actual good infantry. But there's a lot of AT gems now. Mr. General's going fully on the defense. We do lose a Motostrelic squad there. He's getting Jaguars everywhere, which is a really good idea. Amazing AT gem vehicles. 25 AP, 65% accuracy, TOW2. It's just nuts. 400 points. Like, you kidding me? Really good. He doesn't really have to do anything else. So you're gonna see some painful things here. Okay. If there's one thing that my deck is not good against, it would be to take TOW2 hits to the face. I don't think there's any deck that is good for that. But it hurts, man. Puts it down to 4 HP, 6 HP just like that. That was actually the Milan 2, not the TOW2. But yeah, here we take a side shot. I thought. Here we take a side shot. Do we survive? Yep, there we take a side shot. There goes a BMP. I was hoping to have spotted them so that we could take them out, but Jaguars are surprisingly stealthy. Mediocre stealth is actually not that bad. It's mediocre. W. But we're trying to get a command in there. Okay, we're trying to get this dang command in the zone. We do destroy the Jaguar too. We get our command in there. We hold the line. We try to smoke it. We're trying to just hold it, but it sucks because they have a command. Otherwise, we would have actually capped it. Now at this point, middle is lost, right side is lost. Things aren't looking good. I am like way too far into the enemy territory. It makes it a really easy target for any of the NATO units or players to quickly help here, because all they need to do is just turn right or left and they're off my booty basically at that point. So yeah, we do get a second command, but that is just untenable. There's an enemy command in there. We are way too far. All of my, like, one of these AA pieces is like 10 kilometers behind our lines, so that's not gonna help. We try to snipe a command here. We thought maybe one of them could be there, which it obviously isn't. So yeah, it's kind of a desperate struggle at this point. So the Jaguar, TOW2 once again, flapping cheeks, putting it down to 3 HP, and we're out of smoke. We don't have a supply truck. We're not gonna be... I mean, I could have gotten in the blind spot there. Now that I look at it. But actually, no, that would have put me in this guy's line of sight. So really good overlapping ATGM lines of sight here. So what does my chimp brain do? Move another tank in, of course. That would be the perfect thing to do. You know what? That tank never existed. It didn't die. It didn't get shot by ATGMs. Nothing happened. I don't want to see a single comment about it. Also, nothing is happening here. We're not getting hit by ATGMs. We're fine. Motostrelic have survived. It's getting hit by 35mm in the face. Fair enough. But we're just trying to hold the enemy busy, man. I'm kind of proud we actually managed to pull them from here and push them all the way back there. How many kilometers is that? How much is that? What's the range on this? 5.5. Yeah, so that's like about 6 kilometers that we pushed this guy back. Well, we got about 2 minutes left. Believe it or not, we turn this around and win in an alternate universe. Man, come on, please hit. Just hit the 80 gem. Just hit something, man. Oh my god, dude. Why is everything against me with RNG? I mean, that is just pure micro there. That didn't actually miss. We went into the smoke. I just wish for once these 80 gems would hit. There you go. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chaosmourne. G.Lawton. And good RD here in the middle, though. I gotta give it to my teammates. I mean, you know, halfway through the game, they were just chatting about we're gonna lose, we're gonna this and that. And I know they were thinking of quitting, but I just said, hey, you know, just fight through it. Let's just keep fighting. Let's just have some fun. And I'm glad they did, because otherwise I wouldn't have this sick battle to show off to you guys. Now with that, we do kill that command, actually. That was my RD, believe it or not. Okay, we fired a Uragan on his face. So we're giving it everything we got. Poor T80B is getting absolutely hammered. It's now about to get double teamed by a Tornado and an A10. Tornado doesn't even get the shot or the chance to fire any shots. And we're just getting bullied by all of them now. But yeah, I mean, we pushed them back like 6 kilometers. I'm proud of that. We're the ones actually holding the line. I mean, if I go into my point of view, like, we're all up in there. Okay. I did good. Middle, definitely not the smartest thing to play as a 7th Panzergrenadier on this map. This is more of a 119th, 79th, you know, 39 kind of battle group. The guy on the right is doing actually pretty good. He's holding the line. It's, you know, it's contested. But against 3rd Armored, it's just a bad toss-up. He would have done better against 5th Panzer, in my opinion. Or 2nd Panzergrenadier. You would have definitely done better against those. American 3rd Armored is just... it's an inflexible bear, let's say. If that makes sense. It's really good unless it gets hits from the from the sides and stuff. If you pincer move that dude, you're gonna win really easily. But if you go head to head with that guy, might as well just leave then. But yeah. Pretty good game there. I mean, we even went positive, believe it or not. The 80s did really good. There was a BMP3, yeah, look at that. Getting some pretty good kills there. This guy got the most points, I believe. He had like, yeah, this guy had the most kills in the game, for me. Leopard, Martyrs, Gepards, Fliegerfaust. Pretty dang good. Also a pretty good unit here. But yeah, I mean, all in all, that was a fun little game. Definitely had some fun there. Boschmakers kicked my ass. Mainly artillery. That Ihawk did way too much damage. Panzermorphs are actually killing at T80. Kind of amazing. Yeah, the Mars. The Lars didn't get a single kill, I believe. Oh my god, the Jaguars. So good. Yeah, the Lars is really not useful to destroy any vehicles. Good to, you know, dislodge an area, but that is about it. But is that worth 120 points for one? With 550 points of supply usage? Probably not. Anyways, I mean, that was a long video, 45 minutes or so. I really hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, let me know, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.